everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel, and today's topic is on body language. So I told you in one previous video that Albert Mehrabian says that 7% is of what you speak, 38% is your tone of your voice, and 55% is your body language, the non-verbal communication that you show to the rest of the world while you're in a public forum. So recently I was in an event for 2 days, and I noticed that there were so many people, and for me it's very easy to spot people who have got good body language or someone who's fidgety on stage. So I met this young boy who's an aspiring leader, and he's in the students wing of an organization of a particular political party. And I kept telling him that even before he went on stage, is that when he goes on stage, I'm going to be observing him, since he is going to be a leader and he wants to be a leader. He's an aspiring leader, so I'm going to be watching him out. So I noticed one thing in him, that he was dressed very well. He was wearing his kurta and his khadi jacket, and he was dressed very well. But then what happened was that he had a pair of chappals which did not go with the ensemble that he was wearing. So he had a pair of flip-flops on, and when he was on stage, what he was doing is that he was flapping his legs, he was moving his legs time to time, and he was being very fidgety. Even while he was off stage, I told him, don't fidget when you're on stage, because when you're going to be on stage, it's people are going to notice you. There are going to be hundreds of eyes which are going to be watching you, so be careful about that. But then I think he still has to make that habit of consciously looking at his own body language. So since he wasn't doing that, so I told him, when he came down, I told him that you have to be very careful about what sort of body language you have. I even told this to another political leader many years back when he was on stage, and he would be in his kurta pajama and he would be flapping his legs like anything, and I would tell him later that it looks very bad when you're flapping your legs. So when I'm in class also, what happens is that if I see any of my students fidgeting, I remember when I was working with this nursing college in Hajo, what I did was, anybody who shakes their legs, whether it was a girl or a boy or whoever it was, I would just go and sit next to that child, and I would just hold on to the feet of that child, and I would say, please stop fidgeting, please stop shaking your legs, because this is a habit that we need to stop. We do not want to portray ourselves as a person who has got a lot of angst, a lot of agitation inside us. We want to look very calm and cool and collected. And once you start meditating, you become like that. I remember way back in 1993, I think, when I was shooting for Tezal Ghura, and what happened was I was shaking, I was like fidgeting. I was reading my script and I was fidgeting fidgeting with my legs. And Hantona Bortloy, who I'm sure all of you know, she's a director and actor par excellence. What she did was, she came and hit me on the back of my legs, on my calf muscle. She hit me very hard, and she said, haven't you learned any manners? Hasn't your parents taught you any manners? And I was quite shocked about what was the thing that I did wrong, because my mother was very conscious about all kinds of body language and behavior and all this. So I was very surprised that what did I do wrong. And then she told me that you should never ever shake your legs. So that was way back in 93. So now it's like I don't even do it. So I make sure that other children don't do it at all. So these are certain things that we need to keep in mind when we are in the public eye. People are constantly looking at us, and if some people are too busy, then they won't. But then some people who make it their business to look at your body language, then they will. Like me, I make it my business to look at people's body language and how they behave in public, how they keep their hands, where they look, how do they place their feet while they are on stage and off stage, what is the expression on their face when they're listening to somebody. All these things are very important for me, and I observe, and I love observing people, when they are making all these different kinds of gestures in public. I noticed one friend, and I haven't told him yet, that when he was in a meeting, he has this picture of him with a very weird look on his face. And that is when you should not have that weird look. Even if you are worried, even if you are thinking of something, you should consciously put on a very nice and bright face. This is what, during the event, somebody was asking me, how do I manage to look bright and happy all the time? And I say, yes, you have to be very conscious about how you're portraying yourself in public. Even when you are in like the doldrums, you are facing a lot of problems in an event. Even then, what happened, or in an event or some sort of a business meet or whatever it is, please make sure that you put your best face forward. You have the best face that people are going to remember, not somebody who's got a grumpy face. And my mother always used to tell me that people with grumpy faces, people who have faces which are frowning all the time, get wrinkles faster. So if you don't want wrinkles and you want to look good and you want to have a healthy skin, then you got to smile. I'm not asking you to smile like an insipid person all the time, all throughout the event. Of course, you should keep a very nice smiling face so that people like it when they look at you. People can remember you later on also, that okay, I like being with this person. She's a happy person, or he's a happy person. I like to associate myself with this particular individual. So things should be like that. It should be that sort of thing. So you must remember that 55% of that graph it belongs to body language. So the other body language I noticed, yes, I have to tell you this, is that I watched this person on Facebook, and he was saying the news. He was saying something about some important current affairs. And what was he doing? He had his hands inside his pocket of his trousers all throughout the, I think it must have been around 20 minutes of what he spoke, 20, 25 minutes, half an hour, I don't know how long he spoke. But then I got very worried and I wanted to tell him that you should not put your hand inside your pocket while you're speaking to the public, because that is something which shows that either it shows your arrogance, or it shows that you're hiding something, or you're not confident. There are many things. Now in the school of body language, it doesn't necessarily mean that that what you are showing portrays exactly that. It doesn't necessarily mean that. But if you are going to constantly put your hand inside your pocket, then there's something to be worried about. You should not be putting your hand inside your pocket, and you should not be folding your hands like this while you're speaking in public, or saying the news. Or I've seen a lot of news readers who think that it's very macho, or it's very it shows a very strong kind of a personality to fold your hands. Of course, once in a while you can fold your hands, but then not always. And you should know exactly how to place your hands when you are speaking. You should move it around a little bit, and so that it is comfortable for the other person. Not moving it wildly around so that it looks very dramatic. It shouldn't look very dramatic. So these are some of the things you must keep you must be very careful about your body language. And if you want to study about body language, then there's a whole lot of things to study about. You can study about how to behave when you're going for a meeting, when you're going to a restaurant, when you're going for fine dining. All kinds of things are available on YouTube, and you can just simply go there, open up one of the videos, and then watch and learn. That is what is most important. You need to learn, and if you want to learn, then you're going to learn a lot of things. But then nowadays, since we are getting more and more into sophistication, we are getting more into how we speak and how we behave, how we sit, how we talk, all these kind of things. So how to project ourselves as a very stylized, very sophisticated, elegant, graceful person, not somebody who is very well dressed but then really does not know how to portray himself or herself in a very genteel manner. You don't have to be arrogant when you're very well dressed. You don't have to be arrogant just because you're wearing a 50,000 worth of a costume, or more than a lakh of a costume, or a watch which is very expensive. You don't have to be arrogant. You just you will be remembered for the way you behave with everybody, with humility, with compassion, with empathy. That is what you're going to be remembered for. Otherwise, it's a God case. No, I'm not saying it's a God case. I'm just saying that you need to take this case up very seriously, body language, and the way you speak, way you behave with others, because I have noticed that a lot of people are taking care, and a lot of us, lot more of us need to take care. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to say bye. Do keep watching my videos, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon so that you can get regular updates whenever I'm updating a video. And I'm going to say bye to all of you. Stay happy, stay cool, and project the best body language that you can.